It was 2 days before the Passover and the festival of unleavened bread. The chief priests and the scribes were looking for a way to arrest Jesus by stealth and kill him.
How can we arrest Jesus of Nazareth?
Not during the festival, or the people will riot.
We need to figure out a way to get rid of him quietly.
While Jesus was at Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, as he sat at the table, a woman came with an alabaster jar of a very costly ointment of nard, and she broke open the jar and poured the ointment on his head.
Why was the ointment wasted like this?
This ointment could have been sold for more than 300 denarii and the money given to the poor.
What were you thinking?
Leave her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done something good for me. For you always have the poor with you, and you can show kindness to them whenever you wish. But you will not always have me. She has done what she could. She anointed my body beforehand for its burial. And truly, I tell you, wherever the good news is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will be told in remembrance of her.
Then Judas Iscariot, who was one of the 12, went to the chief priest.
What do you want? Aren't you one of the followers of Jesus?
Not anymore. What will you give me if I hand
Hand him over to you.
If you'll betray Jesus to us, we'll pay you in silver.
So Judas began to look for an opportunity to betray Jesus. On the first day of unleavened bread, when the Passover lamb is sacrificed, Jesus was with his disciples.
When do you want us to go and make the preparations for you to eat the Passover?
You two, go into the city, and a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him, and wherever he enters, say to the owner of the house, the teacher asks, where is my guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples? He will show you a large room upstairs, furnished and ready. Make preparations for us there.
So the disciples set out and went to the city and found everything as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover meal. When it was evening, Jesus came with the 12. They took their places and began to eat.
Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me.
Who?
Not me.
Uh-uh.
No.
No?
It is one of the 12, one who is dipping bread into the bowl with me. For the Son of Man goes as it is written of him. But woe to that one by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that one not to have been born. Take this. This is my body. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many. Truly, I tell you, I will never again drink of the fruit of the vine until that day where I drink it new in the kingdom of God.
They sang a hymn together and went out to the Mount of Olives.
You will all abandon me, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered. But after I am raised up, I will go before you to Galilee.
Even if everyone else abandons you, I will not.
Honestly, this day, this very night, before the rooster crows twice, You will deny me 3 times.
No. Even if they kill me for it, I will not deny you.
Yeah, me too. Same.
They went to a place called Gethsemane.
Sit here while I pray. I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here and keep awake. Abba, Father, for you all things are possible. Remove this cup from me. Yet not what I want, but what you want. Simon, are you asleep? Could you not keep awake for 1 hour? Keep awake and pray that you may not come into the time of trial. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Abba, Father, for all things possible, remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want. After you still sleeping and taking your rest, enough, the hour has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up! Let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand.
The one I will kiss is the man. Arrest him and lead him away under guard. Rabbi,
Then they laid hands on him and arrested him. But one of those who stood near drew his sword and struck the slave of the high priest, cutting off his ear.
Have you come out with your swords and clubs to arrest me as though I were a bandit? Day after day I was with you in the temple teaching, and you did not arrest me. But let the scriptures be fulfilled.
A certain young man was following Jesus, wearing nothing but a linen cloth. The police caught hold of him, but he left the linen cloth and ran off naked. They took Jesus to the high priest, and all the chief priests, the elders, and the scribes were assembled. Peter had followed at a distance, right into the courtyard of the high priest, and he was sitting with the guards, warming himself at the fire. Now the chief priests and the whole council were looking for testimony against Jesus to put him to death, but they found none, for many gave false testimony against him, and their testimony did not agree.
We heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and in 3 days I will build another, not made with hands.
Have you no answer? What is it that they testify against you? Are you the Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One?
I am. And you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of the power, and coming with the clouds of heaven.
Why do we still need these witnesses? You have heard his blasphemy. What is your decision?
He should die.
Some began to spit on him, to blindfold him, and to strike him, saying to him, prophesy. The guards also took him over and beat him.
You also were with Jesus, the man from Nazareth.
I don't know or understand what you're talking about.
The rooster crowed.
This man is one of them.
No way.
Certainly are you one of them, for you are a Galilean.
I swear, I do not know this man you are talking about.
At that moment, the rooster crowed for a second time. Then Peter remembered that Jesus had said to him, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. And he broke down and wept. As soon as it was morning, the chief priests held a consultation with the elders and scribes and the whole council. They bound Jesus, led him away, and handed him over to Pilate.
Are you the king of the Jews?
You say so.
He is inciting rebellion against Caesar. He is setting himself up as a king. He is a dangerous threat to Jerusalem and to the empire.
Have you no answer? See how many charges they bring against you? I am astonished.
Now at the festival of the Passover, Pilate used to release a prisoner for them, anyone for whom they asked. Now a man named Barabbas was in prison with the rebels who had committed murder during the insurrection. So the crowd came and began to ask Pilate to do for them according to his custom.
Do you want me to release for you the King of the Jews?
For he realized that it was out of jealousy that the chief priest had handed Jesus over. But the chief priest stirred up the crowd to have him release Barabbas for them instead.
Then what do you wish me to do with the man you call the King of the Jews?
Crucify him.
Why? What evil has he done?
Crucify him! Crucify him!
So Pilate, wishing to satisfy the crowd, released Barabbas for them. And after flogging Jesus, he handed him over to be crucified. Then the soldiers led Jesus into the courtyard of the palace, that is the governor's headquarters. And they called together the whole cohort, and they clothed him in a purple cloak. And after twisting some thorns into a crown, they put it on him.
Hail, King of the Jews.
They struck his head with a reed, spat upon him, and knelt down in homage to him. And after mocking him, they stripped him of the purple cloak and put on his own clothes. Then they led Jesus out to crucify him. They compelled a passerby who was coming in from the country to carry his cross. It was Simon of Cyrene, the father of Alexander and Rufus. And then they brought Jesus to the place called Golgotha, which means place of a skull. And they offered him wine mixed with myrrh, but he did not take it. And they crucified him and divided his clothes among them, casting lots to decide what each should take. It was 9:00 in the morning when they crucified him. The inscription of the charge against him read, "The King of the Jews." And with him they crucified 2 bandits, one on his right and one on his left.
Aha! You who would destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save yourself and come down from the cross. He saved others. He cannot save himself. Let the Messiah, the King of Israel, come down from the cross now, so that we may see and believe.
When it was noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon. This means, my God, why have you forsaken me?"
Listen, he's calling for Elijah.
And someone ran, filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on a stick, and gave it to him to drink.
Wait, let us see
whether
Elijah will come to take him down.
Then Jesus gave a loud cry and breathed his last. And the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom.
Truly, this man was God's son.
There were also women looking on from a distance. Among them were Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, and the younger, and of Joseph and Salome. These used to follow him and provide for him when he was in Galilee. And there were many other women who had come up with him to Jerusalem. When evening had come, and since it was the day of preparation, that is, the day before the Sabbath, Joseph of Arimathea, a respected member of the council, who was also himself waiting expectantly for the kingdom of God, went boldly to Pilate.
Will you give me the body of Jesus of Nazareth?
Is he already dead?
He's been dead for hours.
Take him then. I don't care.
Then Joseph brought a linen cloth. Taking down the body, he wrapped it in the linen cloth and laid it in a tomb that had been hewn out of a rock. Then he rolled a stone against the door of the tomb. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Jesus, saw where the body was laid.